Hi everyone, welcome back to Vedic Life Coaching. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Sidereal Vedic Astrology Outlook for the month of August. Now I'm recording this today on the 23rd of July. It is the last day of Mercury retrograde. I'm happy about this. Mercury retrograde this time for me has been very busy. It has brought a lot of, I've been very busy. Now this is Mercury in Gemini. This is a lot of communication, but there have been like changes of plans, rapid changes of plans, things that I didn't know had to change. They've changed. Okay, we're doing this now. Like that's the kind of month I've had. And I've had, client work as usual. That's just been going fine. Some extra requests, things that I've just slotted in and made happen, and so it has been an interesting month. But these last few days in particular, I feel like there has been so much change in the world and so much news, and everything that I had planned for this episode I've had to scrap, and I'm like, okay, we're going to do these new things and they just came in the last 2 or 3 days. So I've been putting some notes together, and this was stuff I didn't know I was going to be talking about. So if you want to have a look at the news this time, news in brief, you can click on the jump links below. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the energy for August in brief. We're going to see what is it that we need to be, what are the energies? What energies can we expect? All right, so I'm just hitting record. I'm going to draw a little star. I'm going to hit undo so I can sync it up. I'm going to have a look at the energy for August. So at a top line, look at the month ahead. We've got senior people losing fame, losing positions. Recently we had Keir Starmer lose his job, but I mean that is something that people have been pushing for a very long time, and that's not in connection with the Sun-Ketu conjunction, but that's coming up. But we'll see more of this type of thing. Prominent people who, it's just, game over for them, or we don't see them as much, or, it's something along these lines. We're going to have this type of thing. Strong emphasis on work for August. I think it is going to be a busy month. It's going to be a work-focused month. It's very much connecting in with Venus, which I'll talk about more in a moment. And verbal combat, that's going to continue. It could be physical combat. It could be, yes, we do have war in our world, but throughout the world there's going to be more arguments. There's going to be, I have been witnessing that. I tend to keep up with a little bit of royal news and royal gossip. I just like it as a side thing, and what I've been noticing there is like various journalists attacking each other. I've been seeing that just over the last week or so. I feel like this week in the lead up to the end of Mercury retrograde has been very intense. A lot of fast-paced change is what I've observed. And friendships, various friendships, like between some of those royal journalists, I've seen like there were some really good friendships that just in the last week, these people are not friends anymore, kind of thing. It's been so interesting to observe. So that's your Mercury retrograde in Gemini. Gemini does rule friends. So some changes, I suppose, that people will be having in friendships, or plans connecting in with friendships. Things just change. Just, you didn't know that there was going to be a big change, and then all of a sudden, there's this big change now. Wow. So energy is very much like that at the moment. What we've got coming up is we've got the Sun-Ketu conjunction. That's across 17th August to 17th September, where we're going to have this will be felt across this period. So when the Sun comes in the orbit of Ketu, this could be an enforced humbling of some people. So as I was saying up here, some people losing their jobs, losing their position, losing fame, losing individuality. So in our own lives, we just might feel that we're not able to shine or be seen, or it could be a little bit that way. That's how we may feel this, that we're putting our case forward, but it's like we're invisible. No one's hearing us, no one's seeing us. Sometimes it can manifest like that in a day-to-day sort of a way. Venus debilitated all month. So in our individual lives, this is not great energy for romance or meeting people or relationship or any of that, but it is good energy for loving your work, and paying attention to fine detail as well, making your work look beautiful, you know, or paying attention to style things, you know, style connecting in with your work, all of that kind of thing. Now Mars will be in Gemini from 3rd August to 17th September. That is quite a while. Verbal combat and arguments, that is very much possible. And that can be, now let's have a look, that's Gemini. Yeah, that could be amongst siblings. That could be amongst peers at work, people at your level. So siblings, people at your level. Who else could this be? With cousins, of course. Boundaries, friends as well. Friends, network circles, people you network with, people you work with, but yeah, very much friends as well. There could be arguments in friendships. That is another thing as well. So that's Mars in Gemini coming up. Boundary setting. This is important. This is just a really good time to set a boundary, you know, and boundaries they're not necessarily forever or these big sweeping difficult things. It's just that maybe for a time you just need a little bit of time out, or you just need a little bit of space, or you just, you know, it doesn't have to be like some big sweeping for the rest of our lives we will never speak. No, it's not that. This is a short, fast little movement here. Really, in the scheme of life, this is fast. 3rd August to 17th September. Okay, so this is just a little short sprint here Mars is making through Gemini. And while Mars makes his way through Gemini, you just might need a little bit of time out from people, you know, people around you or whatever that is. So don't be afraid to, you know, just find a way to let people know, hey, space is needed, you know, and it's just like that. Another good thing about Mars in Gemini is that whatever plans that you have, Gemini can be very strategic and planning and, you know, thinking ahead. Gemini and Virgo, these are very strategic signs ruled by Mercury. So when Mars steps in here, Mars is like, well, give me something to do. Gemini's got all these plans, you know, so Mars can really execute plans and strategies. You have the energy to get things done. You have the energy to execute the plans. So get busy. It's a busy, I really feel August is going to be a really busy energy. I'm already feeling it now. It's like this is sort of, and I've been attributing it to the Mercury retrograde. The last few days of this Mercury retrograde, wow, it's been pretty full-on energy is what I've been experiencing. Let's have a look at Saturn retrograde. Saturn retrograde, 27 July to 10 December. I think in the mini reports I might even have that written as 26 July. It's thereabouts. It's a long movement, this one. It's Saturn, so, you know, we can give or take a day. Well, maybe actually that there'll be a stationing. Saturn will station. Wow, yeah, I should have thought about that. Well, anyway, it will. Saturn, look, my life is so Saturnian, so everything's just very slow. And does a station mean anything to me? Usually not. It's like, to Mercurial people, they might notice. Mercurial people might be like, things are slow today. My whole life is slow. So it's like, if it stations or not, it doesn't impact me too much. But yeah, 26, 27 July, somewhere there, Saturn will probably station and be slow. But some people like to note that because the karmic accountant is still, so they say that you can get away with naughty stuff if you want to, but I don't know what that is. Like, and yeah, sometimes I mention that, and yeah, people find that funny in the comments. Because yeah, what I don't know. I don't know what you could do. But anyway, maybe you could have an extra muffin that day. That would be my naughty thing. I'd be like, okay, well, you know. Anyway, 27 July to 10 December, more tests. Yeah, I mean, look, oh gosh, aren't we all being tested? I mean, when does that end, you know? I don't think it does. I think we're tested for this, for the whole thing, for the whole time we're here. We're going to be tested. So, but the tests are specifically going to be around unity versus division, fantasy versus reality, and loss versus gain. Okay, because this is a Saturn retrograde. Oh, I should have written it down. It's in Pisces. So, yeah, we've got a Saturn retrograde there in Pisces. And, I mean, it could be, you know, you're being calibrated between, what else could it be? Being alone versus being with people. You could be being calibrated between how much do I rest versus how much do I work. That's a really important one. So there could be a lot of structure in your life being created about that. And it's very important that we observe, are we overworking? Are we underworking? You know, I mean, yeah, we go through different phases in life where sometimes we're working way too hard, sometimes we're just not doing enough. Yeah, so that could be being calibrated for you. And the reason I say calibrated is because Saturn is retrograding, he's going back over old ground. So whatever you've been working on over the last, how many months is this? So July, August, September, October, November, sort of like whatever you've been working on over the last maybe 4 months, Saturn's going to go back over that old ground and give you another opportunity. Maybe you want to refine something, maybe you want to restructure something, maybe you want to look at something again. Equally, maybe you're up to speed and maybe you're building the future, maybe you're getting ahead. So I do think we can use retrograde energy in that way as well. Now the other thing that I haven't got written on here is just, we've got the eclipses, which I'm going to go through. So for every single sign, this time I'm going to talk about Saturn retrograde and I'm going to talk about the eclipses. Maybe give you a little bit of a month ahead feel as well. So the solar eclipse, we're going to have that on the 12th of August. That's in Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra. And I'm really interested in this because it's Ashlesha Nakshatra. And when I had a look at it on the system, I got this sense that, you know, poisons, toxins, repressed emotions, okay, repressed negativity, some of that could be coming up to the surface. Okay, and this is something that I have been studying into a lot over the last, I don't know how many months, couple of months maybe. I've been studying somatizing. Of course, I've been getting deeper into that John E. Sarno work. I've been looking at this whole thing of repression and stuffing something down. And it could be that on the 12th of August, something comes up to the surface for you to look at. Now, this is not something to be worried about because the next eclipse, which is a lunar eclipse on the 28th of August, this is in Aquarius, Sattva Nakshatra. Sattva is the healer, and we've got the circle. And the circles are so important for healing. I'm studying into this in a big way. And one of the things in the John E. Sarno book that I've been studying, Healing Back Pain, is he talks about a lady who cured her own headaches by drawing circles on blank paper. There was just something therapeutic about that for her. And of course there would be, because when you draw a circle, it's like there's something very healing about a joined up circle. Okay, and so this could be, so we've got a lunar eclipse here. It's a full moon lunar eclipse happening on the 28th of August. It's a completion. It's a complete circle. So whatever toxins get raised on the 12th of August, or poisons or toxins, Ashlesha Nakshatra, whatever gets raised there, you've got the ability to encircle it on the 28th of August and that be out of your life forever. There's a big completion that is there on the 28th of August, a big, deep healing completion. So if you're working with these energies consciously, you know, you can just draw a circle on a big sheet of paper and write down what you don't want to deal with or experience. You know, you're looking at it, you're facing it. Okay, so when you write down, I don't want to experience this, you're not running away, you're not denying, you're not suppressing, you're actually putting it on paper and you're looking and you're seeing that, yeah, okay, this is all the stuff. And you're acknowledging it with your consciousness. You draw a circle around it, you can tear up that piece of paper, and you can be done with that, whatever it is, forever. I think this is going to be a big lunar eclipse where we can really heal something in a very significant way. So yeah, that's the energy we've got there on the 28th of August. Healing something once and for all. That, yeah, I see it, I acknowledge it. With our awareness, we see it, and then somehow it loses its effect, you know, because we've acknowledged the thing. So this work really does work. So yeah, I just want to say that. Okay, let's have a look at news items. I have got 2 news items. The first, and I'm going to be really quick here, is just to look at the chart of Andy Burnham. Whoops. There we go. We're still recording. Here we are. There we go. Andy Burnham. Let's have a look at his chart. Now, I don't know anything about this guy at all. And I believe he's only been the Prime Minister for like, is it 2 or 3 days? It's very recent and I know nothing. And as much as I know, I heard him talk at least. So I was watching the Telegraph Daily Tea. I watched that, and I think it was Camilla Tominay and some guy called Tim. They were reporting on it. They were at 10 Downing Street, and they said he's just come out and he's spoken to all of us. And what they noted was they said he's talked to us without a teleprompter. And I thought, that is interesting that they raised that, because I think definitely in politics and in lots of other domains, that is the future. You're going to have to be able to show up, to speak without a teleprompter, because AI is taking over and humans want to compete with each other. So to show that you're the stronger candidate, the better candidates will do it without a teleprompter. I think the days of teleprompter, that's going to end, because otherwise you're just a scripted robot. It's not going to work. So people are going to have to become good speakers in person, face to face, because the new domain of competition, I think, is going to be person to person, face to face, because otherwise you're just a robot. Nobody's interested in that. AI is it really is changing the landscape of life. We'll see lots of changes, but human competition, human against human competition, is never going to die. That's going to evolve. And I think, this is one of the things. So that was interesting that they noted he turned up without a teleprompter. I listened to him speak, and what I don't know, I'm feeling just a tiny little bit optimistic about this guy, because he's done 2 things that I'm really happy with already. The first action he took was to scrap the digital ID card. I was so happy. I was like, oh, good, because I was scared of that. I don't want that. I don't want a digital ID card. How awful. So they've scrapped that. Thank goodness. And apparently the money that was going into that, do I have this right, that it was Tony Blair's son that had something to do with, I feel like he got the contract, Tony Blair's son, to do this project. And I remember reading about that. If it is, I'll put it on the screen. If it's not, I'll also put on the screen that I'm wrong. But I just remember reading about that digital ID system and just thinking it's going to be bad. Like, I just had this feeling that it's going to be extremely resource intensive. And like the design of the system was just going to be not good. I just had that feeling. So he's scrapped that, which is great. And apparently the money that was going to go into that, he's done something. The other second action that I've heard him take is cancelling VAT on energy bills. And I'm really happy about that. And for me, that makes an actual difference in my actual life. You know, VAT on an energy bill, for me that would be, maybe it would be like the price of a coffee and a muffin or something, but that is important to me. Like, I like having a coffee and a muffin, and I'm back drinking coffee these days, guys. I'm not I don't have it every day. I'm not addicted. I'm in charge, I'm in control, but it's like now I have it now and then. And it's so nice. Because of the Sano work, I'm able to, that's not impacting me anymore. So I can kind of be like my old self again. But anyway, I'm just happy that like something positive is happening in this country. Those 2 things are actually positive, and they're real things. I'm happy about this. So I checked him out a bit, and I remember on the Telegraph they mentioned that he's going to be the first Prime Minister to have a degree from Cambridge University, like in a long time. We haven't had a PM who's studied at Cambridge University in a long time. So I Googled that, and I came across this page. Now I'm not you'll see this is a Facebook post up here. I'm not on Facebook, but I Googled asking the Google thing, is it true that this is the first Cambridge grad to run the country in a long time? And I came across this page here. So the first Prime Minister in 16 years and only the second this century not to have been educated at Oxford. Isn't that interesting? A true man of humble beginnings, he went to Fitzwilliam College, Cambridge. And I thought, oh wow. And then I liked this comment very much, where it says, I think the more significant point, which is not mentioned, is that he went to a state school and was bright enough to go on to Cambridge. For a lad from a working family and state school background, that is not a mark of privilege, it's a mark of ability and achievement. I agree, and I think it's a mark of track record. It's like he's been working hard since then, and he hasn't given up. He's just been working, and look at it, it's a long, hard road from there. And we can see this. He's got a debilitated Saturn, okay? And that's similar to Rahul Gandhi, whom I might be mentioning in the next story. Debilitated Saturn. I know this placement myself very well. I've got it in my D10 chart. And this is a long, hard road that you're working for a very, very long time. And, you know, I totally get it. I relate. What are some of the positive things that I like about Andy Burnham's chart so far? Well, I like Ketu in Leo, so that's a natural leader, right? We can see that here. We can see with the debilitated Saturn, long, hard road, long track record of a lot of work, probably not being seen for a lot of it, and you know, you're just working all the time, and that's what life is like. Yep, so he's got that. The education, of course, look at that, Sun in Sag. This is beautiful here. So I've only got his moon chart. I don't know what his ascendant is. I can't read him properly, but at least from a moon chart I can see some things. So the education, yes, Sun in Sag for sure. So he's a bright guy. What's really nice, now that can be very egotistical, Sun in Sag, but then you look at D9, he's got the debilitated Sun here, so that's a humbling element. And then we've got the Venus Moon softening this placement of the Sun in Sag. So, you know, I like all of that. And then what I like very much about the chart is that we've got Rahu Mars in Aquarius. Okay, and that's in the third house from the moon, but we don't know from the ascendant. But Rahu Mars in Aquarius, this is someone who's here to fight for the people. Whether or not he does that, I don't know, and that's what's difficult. So I don't know, like I've got just a tiny bit of optimism, but I don't know, would I vote for this person? Maybe not. And I didn't vote for Starmer. I think, yeah, maybe I will just never vote in politics ever again. I don't know. But I did look up his numerology, and I think he's got challenging years ahead. So now he's won this in a 2026 in a 9-year. So this is slightly problematic. He could even go this year, is the truth of it. You know, I mean, he's the 7th Prime Minister in 10 years. You know, I think it was it Liz Truss had 49 days, something like that. I mean, it's been bad. So I just wish that this was a #1 year for him, because that would be a nice clean beginning. So I mean, this year he's got to fight to keep this if he wants to stay in here. If he manages to get through to next year is a #1 year for him. It's a new beginnings year. But then when I looked at the Sarvashtaka Virgo points, I haven't got it on this diagram here, but it wasn't looking good across 2028, 2029 and 2030. He could lose in these years. But if he makes it through that, then he's got some excellent years, 2031, 2032, I think even 2033 should be very good as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. Is he going to stay or go? He's got some interesting energetic weather ahead, you know, and it's like a roller coaster, but it dips. Like, it's sort of like a little roller coaster, 26, 27, and then 2028, 2029, 2030. It's like, whoa, I don't know if he's going to make it through that. Yeah, so I'm not sure about this guy, but, you know, being positive, I want to be a little bit hopeful that something improves here, because we haven't had hardly any good news here in the United Kingdom for a very long time. Let's have a look at the next news item that I have. How are we doing? Oh yeah, this is about to cut out. I would have liked to have spent a bit more time on this, but I'll go quickly. And this is just such a fantastic item of news, and I had to talk about it. I only found out about it in the last couple of days. This is India's Cockroach Janata Party. So there's the BJP, but now they have the CJP, and I like this CJP very much. I think it's brilliant. So basically, students have taken to the streets, and they should do that. We've got here explosion of anger over education system, and youth unemployment has led to movement's rapid rise. This is such a good story. So basically, these students in India have gathered together. I'll read out the article here. This is by The Guardian, and it's a good summary. So the Cockroach Janata Party might have started out as an online joke, but driven by millions of discontented young people in India, it has swiftly grown into one of the most unexpected challenges to the powerful right-wing government of Narendra Modi. So it was founded by, now I love that his name is Abhijit, the missing nakshatra, Deepke, age 30, an Indian national who recently graduated from university in the US. Enraged to hear comments made by the Chief Justice of India, who compared the country's unemployed youth to parasites and cockroaches during a Supreme Court hearing, Deepke jokingly put out a call on social media. What if all us cockroaches came together? Love it. So it says here the response was overwhelming. Deepke built, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, Deepke built a website and social media accounts for a satirical Cockroach Janata Party, a poke at the BJP, complete with a biting manifesto taking aim at the government tagline, a political party for the people the system forgot to count. Within 2 weeks, the CJP's Instagram page had more than 22 million followers, overtaking the BJP. I love it. This is what's needed in the world. Creativity. I love that they called it the Cockroach Party. It's brilliant. You know, I love this gathering together. It's very Saturn in Pisces. When I show you the chart of India, you will see why this is such a brilliant astrological case study. But let's have a look here a little bit more about this CJP. So we've got here 22 million young people who've decided, yes, we want to be part of this movement. Let's see. So now, what are the causes championed by the CJP? Okay, now this was a learning point for me. I didn't know any of this was going on. And when I found out, I was shocked, I was horrified, I was so sad, and there are so many things that one can be outraged by here. And but people are doing something, and they're banding together, and things are going to change, things are going to improve. So it's really good. So I've got here, as the CJP began to mobilize support, Deepke focused the movement on a burning issue for many of India's millions of students, leaks of medical entrance exams, which have repeatedly been sold to the highest bidder. Now, when I heard about this, I didn't understand what it meant. I'm like, they're leaking medical papers? What does this even mean? What is, I didn't understand it. So I Googled and I asked what is going on here, and the the thing I looked up explained that basically what's happening is that there's an alliance of like elite coaching institutions, and all these various people have this underground little network where a rich parent can quite literally buy so the medical exams that students take in India to become a doctor, the parent or somebody can go and buy a copy of the medical exam, so that basically so their kid can memorize the questions and cheat on the exam. And these people are spending, and I asked, how much does one of these things cost? I'll snapshot that bit from what Google AI said anyway. It said something about people are spending $36,000 to $60,000 to buy one of these medical exam papers. It just, I don't even have words for how horrified I am as to what that this is going on. I just can't even imagine. So it's like, this is huge corruption, and these incredibly heroic students, they're not having it. And look at them here, they've got their signs. I really like this one. It's got a skull on it. It says "Wake Up India." I thought, yes, they need more skulls and Kali Ma. Do you know, what I thought is they should go around the parliament. They should create a circle, right? Get the Satta Bishak energy going, you know, create a circle and chant. You could chant Kali Ma. She'll come in and she'll sort out those government people. Apparently what has happened is that these students, they're all there. They're protesting. They're sleeping on the streets. They're in New Delhi, and they are surrounding the Parliament building. They're doing that. But imagine doing it consciously and then doing a chant as well. Like, that would be just so powerful. But I feel like God is working through these young people, and they're all there. And some of the students, they filmed a truck pulling up, and this truck was full of bricks and stones. And some of these very clever students, they put two and two together and they went, oh, so the government's trying to frame us. That was a government truck, sort of laying on a little poverty weapons buffet. Like, here you go, students, you're going to get angry. We've got our guns. Don't worry about us, but here's some stones for you guys. And it's like the government's trying to frame these young people that, oh, here's the truck, here's some stones, and yeah, you get angry and then we'll jail you. You know, it's that kind of thing. And these students are just sitting there watching these trucks pull up, filming it, and they're just going, yeah, we don't want that. We just want honest exam papers. How about that? Just give us that. It's just incredible. So there's a real movement, there's an uprising, and there's this incredible party that's come together, the CJP. So if we have a look at India's chart, why is this astrologically such a good story and such a good case? I knew that there's going to be some significant ninth house something or other, because these are medical exams. This is graduate level. This is MBBS. And the average age of the people that are there, they're about 28. So this is ninth house sort of stuff that's going on. And we can see that right here. Look at that. We've got Saturn in the ninth. Okay, so this is very much about education. This is, and look at this, Rahu in Aquarius. Okay, and this is Rahu in Dhanishta Nakshatra. This is about wealth. This is about hidden wealth. It's like a money scam going on here. It's so bad and it's hidden. So these people are protesting. This is Saturn is ninth from the moon in India's chart. It's 11th from the ascendant. So look at that. It's a humanitarian thing. Cockroaches. You know, we the people. You want to call us cockroaches? You do that. Yeah, I love this cockroach party. I'm with them. So Pisces. All right. So that is. Oh, there's some good points here. Yeah, I think this could be a win for the people. This is like the beginning of a massive change in India. Massive, massive, massive change, and corruption is being rooted out. It can't go on like this, and it won't. It won't. It's all being found out. Look at this, it's all being uncovered. We're going to have a big eclipse here. Moon will be here, you know. Oh, yeah. It's an incredible time for India. So more power to the people, more power to the people who are sleeping rough, who are fighting for this issue. I think Saturn, the whole Saturn retrograde is a time where the government must address this issue. And by the time Saturn retrograde is done, Rahu will be stepping into Capricorn. So this really is, I think, the last chance to root this out and deal with it and heal it and clear it once and for all. And I think that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I think there will be an honest system that returns, but some more work needs to be done. That is what it looks like. All right, so we are going to take a look at the monthly portions. I might even, I don't know if I'm going to close the blind here for the lighting. I'll figure out what to do. Hi Aries, welcome Aries. So this time we're just going to have a look at Aries Ascendant or Aries Moon. We're going to keep this simple, and I'm just going to look at 3 really big things here. We're going to have a look at Saturn retrograde, we're going to have a look at the eclipses, and that's it. Maybe a little bit of month ahead, because I know I always do the monthly, so we'll have a look at your month ahead as well. But Saturn Ascendant, Saturn Moon. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. So for Saturn Ascendant now, Saturn Moon people, you're in the Sadi Sati. I'll do this one first. Any Saturn Moon, Aries Moon people, whoops, I hope it's recording, it is. Aries Moon people, you're in the Sadi Sati. How are you doing? How is it? This is quite a transformative time for you. A lot is changing. Energies are changing, energies are shifting. You're probably working out the balance between work and rest. You know, how much do you work? How much do you rest? You know, some of all of that might be changing. The structure of your life is changing. You're structuring things so that you can, yes, be productive, but be rested and healthy. Okay, we've got to prioritize our rest and our health, because everything in the outside world conditions us to only think about work, and it's really important that we factor in time to rest, time to do nothing. So it's good for you, Aries Moon, even Aries Ascendant, it's good for you to factor in rest across this period. So hopefully the beginning of Sadi Sati hasn't been too full on, but you know, you're getting time to maybe restructure things over these coming months. So now for all Aries, well, let's have a look for all Aries at the month ahead. We'll just have a brief look at what kind of month can you be expecting. You've got a good month here ahead. You've got this beautiful Mars in Gemini in your 3rd house. So this is actually for this month. You've got energy. Okay, there is energy, there's activity, there's the execution of plans and strategies, various ideas you've had. You can go forward, you can go ahead. Mercury's going to be going forward. Everything here is going forward, except of course for Saturn, which is, you know, retrograding. Saturn, though, that's structural, that's bigger stuff. But when it comes to these fast moving planets, you've got some nice energy here to make things happen, to build, to grow, to network here with the Mars, networking. Great energy for learning and studying. Wow, look at that. That's a beautiful, great energy for writing, studying, learning. Any students here, this is really great energy. Great energy for work, service-based work. Not the best energy, Aries, for romance. If you're in a relationship, you know, this is a good time to not expect too much from your partner type thing. And it'll be like that, say, for example, for maybe a couple of months or so. So yeah, just don't expect too much from partner. How about your Saturn retrograde? So this is for both Ascendant and Moon. This is for you, looking at the balance between resting and working. Okay, so you are looking at that. You're also looking at escaping, procrastinating, if there's any of that going on. It's so complicated and difficult sometimes to get all these balances right, because it's like, yeah, how do I, sometimes we're wondering, how do I know if is it rest, or am I escaping? Am I running away? Is it, when is it true rest? But you will know. Feel into that with your intuition. You'll know. You'll know. And you're recalibrating this. There's something about you're figuring it out. Okay, so we've got a solar eclipse happening on the 12th of August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. So that's really kind of Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. It's all very much borderline type stuff. It's kind of like this. This is quite interesting. So that's a solar eclipse. It could be that some hidden or suppressed thing from your relationship with your mother is brought to the surface. But then when we've got the lunar eclipse on the 28th of August, Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra, it's like there's this huge healing. There's this huge healing that happens. That is going to be there on the 28th of August. So whatever is brought up in you on the 12th of August, and it could be something in connection with relationship with mother. This could be to do with how you nurture yourself, how you look after yourself. This could be a relationship with self. It's like something gets brought up to the surface and you see it clearly. And this could be something that we don't want to deal with. We don't want to look at it, or this might be something we've stuffed down. Maybe we never had the time to deal with it. Maybe we never had the time to look at it. But this could be something, and this is to do with yourself. This could be sort of deep, subconscious, unconscious, something coming to the surface, and you go, wow, yeah, that's what that is, and look at it. Look at whatever it is, because it's going to heal. And you're going to complete. There's a completion. There's such an incredible completion. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a circle in everyone's chart, because that's the healing. We heal this thing. It's done. The circle will be complete. There's something you're completing. I just know this. And it's like, and consider it done. And move forward. And it's okay if an echo of the same thing comes up again later. It won't be as intense. It won't be as big. Okay? So know that there's some significant clearing that is coming. Something's going to be brought up on the 12th of August, and then you're going to resolve something completely on the 28th of August. Okay? There's a big healing at play. Aries, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Taurus. Taurus, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Moon, and not Taurus Sun. We're not going to look at the Sun this time. I'm going to have to remember that for every sign. I will. Taurus Ascendant and Taurus Moon. We're not looking at the Sun. You know what's happening with the Sun? Look at that. It's coming close to Ketu. It's being eclipsed out. So let's not even look at it. So there'll be something, maybe there's something connected with the Sun that, we don't even have words for the Sun. We're cutting it out, so forget about the Sun. But let's have a look at Ascendant and Moon. All right, so what have we got going on? We've got a Saturn retrograde here. Oh, let's have a look at the month ahead. Just in brief, what have you got going on? So you got Mars here in the second house. I mean, you might be spending money on plans, on projects. You might even be spending money on your hobbies. There might be something you really want to do and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy all this stuff. But obviously don't break the bank, but you want to buy something. So there we go. You've got the energy. But you might, take care with this Mars, because don't overspend. This is a Mars that might like to spend a lot. So just take care of that. You've got beautiful energy in here. Actually, that's really nice in your third house. So this could be, let's have a look, good energy for writing, good energy for studying, writing, Being creative. Yeah, I feel like you're being creative, Taurus. There might be a hobby or something that you love to do. You're being artistic or something, and you're spending a bit of money and you're enjoying it. Maybe you're making some time for yourself. That's quite possible across this month. Work should be going on as usual. And you're in this lovely platform building time. Yeah, so I mean that should be going on as usual. We're going to talk about that now. All right, so we've got Saturn retrograde, 26th July to 10th December or thereabouts. Saturn's going to be retrograding here in your 11th house. So this is that platform building time that you are in. And we've talked about this on this channel. You're in a really good Saturn energy. So when it comes to the big stuff of life, you are... when it comes to the big strategic stuff, there's some platform building activity going on. You're ascending, you're going up to the next level. Things should be improving. This is around wealth, money, assets, your physical life, but it's also about how you bring opportunities into your life. That part of your life might be getting an entire upgrade. How you bring opportunities in. You could be going through a career change here as well. That's another possibility. With the Saturn retrograde specifically, whatever you've been working on over the last, say for example, 4 months or so, if there's something there that you want to have another go at, or you want to restructure it, or you want to improve it, or you want to do some more work on something, you're being given the opportunity to do that. If you're quite up to speed with everything, this is a good time for you to be building the future, especially in a career sense. You've got Rahu in the 10th house, and that Rahu in the 10th house is going to be there until about November, December of this year as well. So you've got energy to really improve your career, massively improve your career across these months. So you've got great energy for that. Now there's a solar eclipse happening on the 12th of August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. Could be something, now Ashlesha Nakshatra is poisons and toxins and things like that. So some hidden thing could come up to the surface. This could be in connection with family relationships. This could be in connection with siblings. This could be in connection with friends as well. So there could be maybe in connection with mother, but no, more so siblings, friends, people in your network. Something's being brought to the surface, and it's there. It's happening for you to look at, because there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse happening on the 28th of August, Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra. So you have the ability to really draw a circle around whatever's come up to the surface. Whatever negative thing comes up to the surface, we're drawing a circle around it. It's completing. It's finishing. It's not gonna, you're done with that. And it's time to grow now. It's time to be a new person. In that area of your life, I do think this is with friends or siblings. You're new now. You can't be the old way. You can't be the old person. There's something new about you. You're brand new. Maybe you're more confident. Maybe you're healed. There's something that you're healed and confident and strong. There's something you're moving past, and it doesn't need to bother you anymore. So it's something like that. Taurus, it's good energy here. Good energy here all round. Thanks so much for showing up, and we are now going to welcome Gemini. Gemini, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this time we're really just going to look at Gemini moon or Gemini ascendant, and not the sun, because the sun is being eclipsed. So we're not bothering with the sun. We're just going to, eclipse the sun out, and that's what we're doing. Now, if we have a look at the month ahead, let's just take a look at the month ahead. What have you got going on? Oh, well, you've got all this energy here. Wow, you got Mars in your first house, so you've got power, you've got energy. Take care in relationships and how you speak to relationships, especially your family members. That's just something to bear in mind. But you do have this energy. You've got energy. It could be tiring at times. Sometimes Mars in the first can be tiring, so don't overwork, don't, but you might have all this energy, but then you get tired easily as well. It could fluctuate. Let's have a look. We've got, oh, this is very nice. So this is good energy for wealth. You're saving money, or you're, it's good energy for speaking, teaching, sharing your wisdom, any of that. So there's really good energy across this month. Venus, this is nice to be at home. Venus in the 4th, it's just lovely to be at home, be with family. It's a nice month ahead. If we have a look at Saturn retrograde, this is a long period of time. So this is 26 July to 10 December. And across these months, you're being given the opportunity to restructure some aspect of your career. Okay, this might involve you skilling up as well. So you might be very excited to be learning something new. Something new you're learning, you're incorporating it into your work, into your career. You're building skills, you're growing, and you're restructuring your career, your work in the world. There could be a project that you have to go over again. There's some work to do here. So it's a work-focused time across these upcoming months. When we have a look at the solar eclipse, 12th August, Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra, that's happening up here. So that is some toxins or poison or something, because that's in Ashlesha Nakshatra, that's being raised to the surface. So that is something in connection with your family. Could be something from childhood that's just coming up to the surface. And now what you're going to do on the 28th of August, there's a full moon lunar eclipse that's happening right here. And you're healing this. You're healing this. There we go. We're putting a circle around it. You're healing it. You're completing something massive. This could be a long-standing thing from childhood that you are. It's firmly in the past now, and you're growing. There's a new you that is ready for you to enjoy. Basically, it's like there's something you're being renewed. You're being totally renewed. There's something that's it's becoming old and it doesn't bother you anymore. And it's something you do not need to carry into the future at all. It's done. It's really done. Something's done. Like you've done something. You've just, that thing, yeah, it'll just be a firm part of your past. So something like this, Gemini, a lot of healing, a lot of clearing. Satyabhishak. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good eclipse, this one. I'm looking forward to it. It's like a massive full stop to something. And for you, this is stemming back from childhood. This is from a long time ago. You're clearing and healing something old. And yeah, and you're just going to be so comfortable with this freer, newer you, this released you. Gemini, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Cancer. Cancer, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Cancer Ascendant or Cancer Moon. We're not going to look at the Sun because the Sun is being eclipsed out. So we're not dealing with the Sun this month, and that's fine. So we're going to have a look from the Ascendant and the Moon. And we're going to have a look at your month ahead. What's the month looking like? Well, the month is looking pretty good. I mean, you got Mars up here in the 12th. You might be a little bit restless. You might be, it's good for yoga. It's good for exploring new spiritual ideas, working with new spiritual teachers, or I mean, we're looking at the month ahead, so this really could just be you're starting up a fitness routine that maybe you dropped off from. So this could be something that simple, but equally it could be something like you're actually signing up to a new class or a new workshop or a new thing. You're actually taking action on something here. So there's some spiritual thing that you're taking action on. There we go. I think I've got to it now. It took me a little while, but I'm there now. So let's have a look at what's going on in your first house. Jupiter's here. Getting used to that new Jupiter energy. Venus in Virgo here in the 3rd. This could be nice. This could be social. It's not particularly romantic, but it's good social energy. Really good for going out with friends, possibly even nice time with siblings, that kind of thing. It's a pretty good month ahead. If we have a look at Saturn retrograde, that's across a few months. So that's from 26 July through to 10 December. So whatever you've been working on over the last, say for example, about 4 months, you have the opportunity to go back over that, restructure that, or work through that a bit more. This could be in connection with studies. This could be in connection with definitely studies, definitely your skills, your authority, your leadership. Maybe there's something that you'll be able to get to go back over or deal with, and maybe you'll be able to approach it with a new maturity because you know more, or something along these lines. You could be restructuring something, connecting in with your skill and authority. There's a solar eclipse, 12th August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. So that's up here. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, wow, Cancer, this is your eclipse. Oh, this is huge. Yeah, this is really, really big. So basically, with Ashlesha Nakshatra, sometimes some toxins and poisons, some repressed emotions can be sat there. Now with an eclipse, that really has the power to bring it to the surface. So something might be coming up to the surface, and it's here for you to heal and clear once and for all, because we've got a lunar eclipse, 28th August, Aquarius Sattva. That's a healer. Oh, and that's a deep healing. That's a really, really big deep healing. Okay, major, massive deep healing you've got here, deep in the subconscious mind. So subconscious, unconscious, it's like there's a big deep healing here. Something you can heal and clear forever. There's a brand new you on the other side of this. Like you'll be healed and strong, and it'll be like that thing just doesn't affect you anymore. And yes, it's still part of your past, and it's something you don't forget, but it has no impact on you. You're a new you. It's like, yeah, there's something you can emerge from this time a totally new person, like, and a freer version of you. You're more free. It's going to be good, Cancer. It's going to be good. There's a deep healing here. A complete ending of something. Lunar eclipse, 28th August. It's time for healing. Aquarius Sattva. It's the healer, Sattva. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Leo. Leo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just looking at the time. I'm also looking at my messy hair. It's a bit messy. All right, Leo. Welcome, Leo. This is Leo Ascendant or Leo Moon. We're not going to look from the sun because the sun is being eclipsed out. So no sun. We just look at the moon or the ascendant. We'll have a look at the month ahead and just see what you've got going on. Oh, you've got month ahead. You've got this fantastic Mars. Mars in the 11th. This is really great. You can act on your plans. You can get stuff done. This is glow up energy. Your social media platforms can grow. This is, you've got energy. You've got energy to do things, build your world, get out there, network, make money, all this kind of thing. It's that good, a bit of hustle energy. You know, you've got it. You've got it right here. So that's really good. You can move forward on your plans. If we have a look at your 12th up here, there is energy here that is encouraging rest, finding out that balance, that work-life balance. Okay, so you got Jupiter up here. Jupiter's wanting you to spend time with the divine. So we know that. So there is that's ongoing. Now, Venus in Virgo here. This is lovely time with the family. This is lovely time cooking up nutritious and very healthy meals. Leo, you can make healthy, healing foods. Is what's happening here. Essential oils, bark flowers, all the good, healthy, wonderful stuff is happening possibly across this month. So nice, nutritious, healthy, good food. Cooking for yourself, being with family, all of that's looking really nice. It's a nice month ahead. Now let's have a look at your Saturn retrograde from 26 July to 10 December. Wow, that's happening here. You're transforming your world, Leo. There's a lot of, oh, this is a big one. Everything's changing, isn't it? There's a lot is changing. A lot in your life is changing. So it's okay. This is that kind of time where a lot can be changing, and you're having to deal with a lot of changes. Equally, there are some people that will experience this in a quieter way, where I did. It was like my whole life was actually changing, but I couldn't see it, and I didn't realize it because of the fixed energy, you see. So yeah, I when my Saturn was, anyway, so some of you will be going through deep big life changes, but your whole life looks the same. You're like, yeah, well, nothing's changing, but it's like everything is changing. It's that kind of time for you. So over the next few months, there's something about you getting the opportunity to restructure some of the changes, revisit things. This is change energy. Maybe you need to change something more yourself consciously. So you've got big structural change energy at your disposal. Okay, it's really quite huge. And by the time you're done with this, I mean, when Saturn comes in here about Feb 2028 onwards, oh, it's full steam ahead. You're going forward in life, you know. But right now, it's okay if it feels like you could be stuck, and you could be, there's nothing going on and everything looks the same, but people are telling me my whole life's changing, but I don't see it. It could be manifesting like that. Equally, there will be some of you who are just like, oh yes, everything has changed, like especially since March 2025. Perhaps lots and lots of changes you've already encountered, and you know, you're physically experiencing them, seeing them. This is not a surprise to you. So, but it will manifest a little bit differently for different people, depending on your chart setup. Solar eclipse is happening 12th August, Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra, that's up here. This eclipse up here. Oh wow, so quite spiritual, sacred. It's like your beliefs. So with Ashlesha Nakshatra, we've got poisons and toxins, and they could be being brought to the surface. There's a big eclipse, bang, and something gets brought to the surface. It could be a poison, okay? But this is some kind of old thing in your psyche, and it's some spiritual thing. Could be to do with beliefs. Could be just some little thing that holds you back, maybe. I'm getting something quite refined and not too intense or full on. This could be some very refined thing that is being brought to the surface. So I'm not getting anything intense here. But there's a total healing that can happen. Okay, so it's a spiritual healing. So it's the 28th August, Aquarius, Satyabhishak Nakshatra. This could be to do with your heart. This could be to do with a partnership. This could be to do with other people, you and your relationships with people. There's something in there that can be healed totally once and for all. And there's a new you on the other side of this eclipse. So it's a big, powerful month from an eclipse point of view. Take it easy. Don't overwork. Try not to work on these days if you can avoid it. Yours is happening kind of here with your physical body. So yeah, I would say don't, if you don't have to work too much, that's a good thing. And it's a bit subtle, I feel like, with you, and it might not be so obvious what's being healed, but there's a total healing here. Big full moon lunar eclipse, 28th August, Satyabhishak, the healer. You're finishing something, you're completing something. Well, thank you so much, Leo. We are now going to welcome Virgo. Hi Virgo, welcome Virgo. So we're going to look at Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon. We're not going to look at the sun at all today because the sun is being eclipsed out. So we're just going to eclipse it out right now, and why not? So now Virgo moon, Virgo ascendant, what are we doing? What we'll do is we'll take a look at your month ahead briefly, and then we'll get into these big things here. So for having a look at your month ahead, there is quite a work focused energy. You've got energy for work, you know, there's energy to do things, there's energy to execute your plans, there's energy to get on with things. Venus is here, which is nice, in your first house. That's good for your physical body. Okay, you should physically feel good, be able to nourish yourself, look after yourself. Venus, when it goes through the ascendant, it feels good. It's it's good for the physical body. Oh, you do have Saturn opposites, so yeah, that could be tiring at times. And actually Mars will aspect in here, so energy could fluctuate as well. You've got a couple of things that are, yes, impacting the physical body as well, but otherwise it is looking good. Energy looks good. What else do we have here? So this is lovely. Your Jupiter here in the 11th, that's beautiful. This is good glow up energy. This could be like social media glow up energy, or you're growing your venture, or it's growing, or you're making money, or things are happening. Maybe you're being social as well. So this could be impacting in that way. If we take a look at some of the big movements, we've got here Saturn retrograde across 26 July to 10 December. So that's here in your 7th house. So this is a big restructuring. This could be to do with your marriage. This could be to do with marriage. I'm also looking here, and it's interesting, I'm sort of looking at your aspects as well. But really for you, this is happening in the 7th house. This is to do with other people. So this could be a restructuring in your relationships, or in how you relate to other people as well. Another thing that this could be doing is that it could be testing your relationships. So it could be Saturn puts pressure on the weak links in our life, and where Saturn is it's putting pressure maybe on some significant relationships in your life. That is a possibility here. You might be feeling tested in your love life. You might be feeling tested in significant relationships with other people. Okay, so that's just something to bear in mind there. And we've got a solar eclipse happening in Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra, 12th of August. So Ashlesha Nakshatra, it contains poisons, it contains, repressed negativity, repressed emotions, that kind of thing. That could rise to the surface. Now this could be in connection with, work or family, but I'm going to say even siblings. Could be in connection with siblings. Could be in connection with soul tribe, or people that you consider to be your family members. But there's something being kicked up to the surface, and then you're going to heal that thing. That's going to heal once and for all, and that's on the 28th of August, Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra. So something's going to heal once and for all. This could also be a healing, something in connection with work. Yeah, there is something in connection with work as well. It's a big time for you, Virgo. There is a lot going on. I would say the month ahead does look good, but in terms of these big things that we've got here, it's a bit intense. Yeah, you could be feeling it quite a bit, or being challenged quite a lot. And what I would just say is take time, go slow, try and get some space in relationships, and there is a total and quite profound healing that's going to happen for you here on the 28th of August. Sattva is the healer. Something is going to close out for good, okay, and then a new you emerges. You can leave that old thing behind, whatever that is. Thank you so much for tuning in, Virgo. We are now going to welcome Libra. Libra, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Libra Ascendant or Libra Moon. We're not going to look from the Sun. The Sun is being eclipsed out. So we're going to eclipse it out right here. We're not going to look at it. But it's on my sheet here, so I can look at it. We're going to have a look at the month ahead. What kind of a month ahead can you expect? And then we're going to have a look at some of these really big items here. So month ahead wise, you could be learning a lot. You could equally be mentoring. You could be teaching others. There's something about you acting on plans and strategies. So these might be things that you've been wanting to do for a while. You're finally getting the time to act on it. And some of the plans and strategies could be in connection with what you want to learn, could be in connection with your skills, could even be hobbies as well, because it is opposite the third house. So yeah, there is that possibility, but I feel like this is work focused more so than hobbies. You've got a lot of work focused energy across this month. Relationship energy is nice here, actually. It's in Virgo, Venus in Virgo, so that's not the best. It's kind of mixed. Venus in 12th house, though, that's really nice for a relationship. So, you know, traveling with partner, time with partner, getting a little getaway with partner, that is a possibility here. So it's a kind of mixed energy, I feel like, with partner, but good in that Venus in the 12th house does really well. So you might be able to treat yourself to some time out, some procrastination, a little bit of escape. You know, we all need that now and then. So month ahead is looking good. You will get, you are very work focused though. You're busy, you're working. Okay, so there's a lot going on work-wise, all these planets moving through here. So that's a lot of work. Also, your Saturn is here in the 6th. Yeah, you're very busy working. And I'm just thinking of a couple that I read for recently, both Librans, and health had come up, and that's your Saturn there in the 6th house. Yes, health is something you'll need to look after. And with the Saturn retrograde from 26 July to 10 December, that's really an opportunity for you to just check in with your health. You know, work through your routines, make the structure of your life so that you can have a bit more time to focus on your life. There's something about structuring life so that to include time for your health. I think that's really important here. How can you structure your time and career and life so that it's easier on your health? There's something like this. It would be really good to use this Saturn retrograde to figure that out, to figure out, okay, how can I just make things a bit easier for myself health-wise? How can I prioritize my health for once? Because all of the world is programming and conditioning us to, you know, get your stuff done, get on with it, succeed, achieve, do this, do that. Like, it's constant. All of life is like that. So you might really need to carve out some time to have some peace and quiet for your own health. That would be a really good thing to do. You do have very good energy. I'll just make a note of it again. Saturn 6th from is excellent energy. 6th from ascendant is excellent energy, platform building time. So opportunities are coming your way. If you're able to get out there and make the most of this very good energy, do that. But equally, if you are if you're overworking, Saturn wants you to create balance. It's very, very important. So make sure you're not overworking is very key. Now we've got a solar eclipse happening 12th of August, Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra. That's right here. Now Ashlesha Nakshatra is poisons, it's toxins, things get raised to the surface, you know, and these are, some of these are unpleasant things that get raised to the surface. Okay, so what's good to do here on the 12th of August is look at it. If something does get raised to the surface, if some difficult or complicated thing comes up or there's a challenge, be with it, look at it, put your awareness on it, acknowledge it. Okay, also if you want to do the technique of writing it on a piece of paper and then draw a circle around the difficult thing, just draw a circle around it. The healing is the circle, and that's Satyabhishak Nakshatra. In the introduction, in case some of you don't watch the intro, and that's perfectly fine, because it's a very big video, so nobody has to watch the whole thing. But if you missed it, in the intro I said something about a lady cleared her headaches by drawing circles. She would just draw empty circles, and when she would start doing that, her headache would clear. So the circle is going to be drawn for you. That's going to happen here on the lunar eclipse, 28th August, Aquarius Sattva. You're due for a healing, and that is happening here. Okay, so we're going to draw a circle now around this. Oh, it's interesting. I drew half a circle, and now I'm drawing this full circle. That is interesting. Wonder why that happened, because in all the other ones, I just drew the circle. That's interesting. So I feel like that's like an underlining. I don't know, I feel like you're really going to heal something here. There's something that you're going to complete. It will complete and it will be done. It'll feel really good. It's like a whole new you is going to step forward. You will, this is the energy here where it'll be left behind. Now, if it is possible to hold on to it and to keep refreshing it with your conscious mind. Maybe that habit is the thing that will break, or is the thing that needs to go. Where if one has a habit of refreshing something with the mind, maybe you'll stop doing that. That is quite possible. So I think that's everything, Libra. I'm wishing you well. I'm sure that this month will go just fine. It's a big month, but you've got good energy here with your Saturn, and that's the main thing. And good Mars energy too. I mean, Mars here is quite good. Virgo, Venus in Virgo here is nice too. So there is some good energy here. But yeah, some big energies are going to heal and clear. All right, thank you so much for joining. We are now going to welcome Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Scorpio Ascendant and Scorpio Moon. We're not actually going to look at the Sun today because the Sun is being eclipsed out. So we're just not bothering with that. But before we get into these here, we're going to have a look at the month ahead and we're going to see what is happening. So you've got Mars down here. All right, so this is quite powerful. Mars, this is moving through the 8th house. You might feel there could be something where you're stuck in life. Is quite possible. There could be a stuckness. You could stall on something. You could stop something. That is possible sometimes with Mars. Mars in the 8th. Sometimes it's a stop thing and people actually rest. Isn't that incredible? But there is also, Mars energy is good for acting on plans. And we've got Gemini here. And Lord of this is next door here. So there could be, you might be acting on certain plans. This could be some good energy for something like clutter clearing, if that's something you want to do. If we have a look at your 9th house, this is lovely energy for studies, skilling up. Maybe you're writing, teaching, learning, skilling up. All of these activities are fantastic across this month. You've also got Venus here, which is really, really great for socializing, meeting friends, being out and about. So there's some nice energy here for you across the month. If we have a look at Saturn retrograde, this is across the coming months. This is 26th July through to 10th December. So this is happening in your 5th house. So if you have children, it could be that there's something that you need to revisit in connection with your children, or your children need more of your time, or something needs restructuring to do with the kids. Maybe it could be like a daycare routine, or the structure of your day might need to change in connection with your children. Could be something along those lines. This could also be a restructuring of your days or times so that it frees you up to be more creative, so that you've got more time to devote to things that you really want to do, things that light you up, things that make you happy. Okay, we've also got, if we have a look at the aspects, I haven't been doing that with everyone, but I'll just check into that with you guys. 7, 8, 9, 10. Could be relationships being restructured, finance. That's huge here. Your finances might be being restructured across the coming months. That's why I had to look at the aspects, because yeah, that really got me. That this is finance. This is a big money thing. So maybe your finances are being restructured in a really big way across this time. Maybe you're restructuring. Well, you're restructuring things to improve things, maybe so that you can make more money. and all that kind of thing. So this is good. And that's across the next, well, it's across, 26 July to 10 December. It's quite a transit there. If we have a look at the solar eclipse, this is 12th August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. That is here. So solar eclipse could be, now with Ashlesha Nakshatra, we've got poisons, we've got anger, we've got, anger and jealousy, hatred, all this kind of thing. All that could rise up to the surface. Okay, and that's for you to look at. Because it's going to be a clearing and a healing that's going to come 28th August, Aquarius, Satyabhishak Nakshatra. This is the healing that could happen here. And this is in your subconscious mind, where, say for example, a deep healing could happen, where something gets resolved and you don't ever have to deal with that again. Now the poisons, it could be being lifted to the surface. That is here in the 9th. This could be in connection with, now it could be, we've got Cancer here, it is family, could be in connection with father, could be in connection with teachers, could be in connection as well with siblings, cousins, any of that. So there's, it's quite interesting. Something of the poisons are going to be lifted to the surface. You get to look at it, you get to see it, and then a healing will happen 28th August, Aquarius, Satyabhishak Nakshatra. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scorpio. We are now going to welcome Sagittarius. Sagittarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. This is a Sagittarius Ascendant or Sagittarius Moon. We're not going to look at the Sun because the Sun is being eclipsed out. So for this whole month, basically, I think it's mid-August to mid-September, the Sun is being eclipsed out. Well, the Sun will go in here and it'll be with Ketu, so that's where it's being eclipsed out. But we do have 2 eclipses in this month. I'll be talking you through those. But before we get there, let's have a look at the month ahead for you. All right, so we've got Mars in Gemini in your 7th house. So if you're in a romantic relationship or any of that, definitely take care of how you speak with your partner. That is just an energy to bear in mind. Mars will be aspecting Venus here. So yeah, there could be, just take care in how you speak with your partner, because you might be in haste or rush or, and yeah, you just say something and this is also an aggressive energy in the house of the other people, so that's just another thing to bear in mind. But this can be good for striking up partnerships in business, for collaborating with people, for acting on plans that you may have with people. Definitely good for foreign business, foreign connections, foreign exchange, or something you have to get done with another country, anything like this. So you've got that great Mars energy there. You've got this, wow, there's quite a lot of energy here in the 8th. So that is, and Jupiter is there. So yeah, it's that could be slowing you down a little bit, making you contemplative and philosophical, and maybe there's somewhere where you're stagnant or still, or there's not too much activity. That's okay. We have times like that in life, so that's perfectly fine. This month you are loving your work. We've got Venus in Virgo in the 10th. So work is where you're going to find your most love across this month. It's like loving your work, loving what you do. So now if we have a look at Saturn retrograde, that's going to happen across, so 26 July to 10 December. This is happening in your 4th house of home. So this is, you might be restructuring something to do with your home or something to do with where you live. Could be something to do with career is being restructured as well. So you might be, and yourself, who you are and what you want to do for a living. Some of all of that might be being restructured as well. There's a lot going on here, but your home could be being restructured, or something in connection with home where you live, that could be being restructured. Could be to do with how you nurture yourself, or even your relationship with your mother. Something is in focus there. You could be helping your mother a lot. That's another possibility as well. Or you're more at home. Okay, so there's something like that. Solar eclipse, 12th August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. So that's happening here. Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. So Ashlesha Nakshatra is where the toxins and the poisons are, and they could be being brought to the surface for you to look at. So just look at that. Whatever it is that's brought to the surface, look at it and be with it. And that is going to be transformed and healed. This is on the 28th of August. Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra. There's a big healing happening here. This is to do with friends. This is to do with siblings. This could be to do with soul tribe people. This could be to do with colleagues at work, networking people. There could be a big, deep healing happening in that area of your life. And there's a new you that's going to emerge. So that's exciting. That's always exciting. These are going to be the last eclipses. And yeah, I'm happy for that this year, that we've just had, you know, these, we had the ones in March, and we've got this now here in August, and then we're done. So the big, you know, heavy lifting, the big spiritual heavy lifting will be done after August, which is really, really good. All right, well, Sagittarius, thank you so much for stopping by. We are now going to welcome Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Capricorn Ascendant or Capricorn Moon. We're actually not going to look at the sun this time because the sun is being eclipsed out. You know, mid-month August to mid-month September. Sun, we're not really, you know, it's going to be around Ketu. So there's not much going on with the sun. But there's a lot going on otherwise. So now we're going to have a look at these. But before we look at those big items, we're going to have a look at the month ahead. Oh, you've got a superb month ahead. Look at that. You got Mars here. That's great. So this is really great energy for building career, acting on plans, being strategic and action. It's like you've done the strategizing. You've done plenty of that. It's action time for you. That's really, really, really strong here. So if there's things that you want to get done, you can get quite a lot done. You can even create new plans. So it's like you have this doing energy, but like maybe you're acting on plans or you're creating new plans. You know, so there's this kind of energy. You've got great energy. You've got really good financial energy here. You've got Venus skilling up. Here in the 9th house, Venus is loving learning. Venus is loving, skilling up, learning, all of this kind of energy. Oh, there's really good energy here. I always say that, Capricorn. You've got a really good thing here. So let's have a look at this Saturn retrograde. All right, so that's 26 July to 10 December. So Saturn is retrograding and will cover the old ground. Whatever you've been working on over the last 4 months or so, Saturn's going to go back over that, and you're going to have an opportunity maybe to restructure something, maybe to redo something. This could be in connection with communication. Could be communication. Could be to do with hobbies or things that you enjoy doing, because we do have Pisces here and it is the 3rd house. But in a work sense, this could be work projects. Maybe you have to redo something at work. You have to revisit something. This could be to do with communication as well. This could even be something like restructuring life so that you've got more time to be social. Restructuring your life so you've got more time to rest even. It's interesting that that's coming up. You could be restructuring your days and your time as well, but in the context of giving yourself more time to enjoy yourself. Okay, so that's really important. We've got a solar eclipse happening 12th August, Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. That's right here. Wow, so that's happening in this. Wow, that's an interesting area. So Cancer Ashlesha Nakshatra. Ashlesha Nakshatra has the toxins and the poisons. So something could be, and when we've got an eclipse, that big cut, it's like something gets, you know, it's like the dust comes up or something. And anyway, here it's not dust, it's poison. Poisons, toxins. And for me, this is like repressed negativity, repressed emotions, something we didn't have the time to deal with. We stuffed it down, and an eclipse happens and bang, it comes up. So something you might have to deal with. And that's really here on the 12th of August. This could be in connection with another person. This could be in connection with a family member. It could be in connection with your partner, person that you're married to. So it could be something comes up and it's unpleasant and maybe you don't want to deal with it. And what I would say there is just be with it. Just look at it. That's all that this wants of you. It doesn't want you to fix it or resolve it or heal it or anything, because healing's coming. That's on the 28th of August, Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra. The healing is coming. It's going to be healed. So it's just asking you to look at it. And that's on the 12th of August. Something might come up and you have to look at it or deal with it. Now the healing is happening here on the 28th of August, Aquarius Sattva Nakshatra. Where was I, Capricorn? Oh my gosh, it just got eclipsed out. Got a new battery. I'm looking at this battery. Is it full? I think the one I put in is full. I don't know. Maybe I should... Oh, I'll plug it in later. I was thinking maybe I need to charge this, but we've really just got 3 signs. I think I'm going to be okay. I think this battery should do the job. Interesting. So we just had an eclipse. You got a fresh battery. All right, you're getting a big renewal. I think you might be getting the biggest renewal here. There was a very big renewal some signs ago where I thought they're getting a big one. Might have been Cancer. Probably would be actually, because yeah, it's the thing that's being kicked up is to do with their whole life. Yeah. For you though, it is sort of your whole life, but it's, yeah, yours. I think yours is just as big a healing. There's a massive healing here. You got a fresh battery. There's a new you. You're going to be recharged. So that's happening here, and that's second house. That's financial as well. There's some really good financial thing here. Maybe you're getting a healing connecting in with finances. But there's like a recharge. There's like an abundance. There's like a, well, now you have everything. It's like maybe there's something that's holding you back. Some subconscious little tiny something, and it's like that thing gets flicked, and then there's a total healing, and maybe there's forward movement. There's a new you. It's very good energy. I mean, everything else is really very good. Like I can't see anything that's, you know, I mean, we've all got our challenges that are ongoing, but the stars are good. The cosmic weather is good for you, you know. And sometimes, I mean, it can be that, you know, the cosmic weather is great, but we're still grappling with stuff. Yeah, life here on the planet is hard. It's really hard. There's always stuff. You know, it's a mess down here. It's like, yeah, it's good up there in the sky, but it's down here, it's just, oh gosh. So yeah, even so, the cosmic weather can be great, but that's like the sun's shining, but you know, there's still a disaster to deal with. So yeah, life can be like that. But I'm wishing for you, Capricorn, that it's smooth sailing and all good. Everything's looking good here. So, you know, and your efforts really can be rewarded. So it's worth putting the effort, is what I'm seeing. So yeah. All right, Capricorn. Well, enjoy the full battery, the recharge. You've got the freshest energy here. You do actually, because I haven't replaced the battery for anyone else. So yeah, I think you've got a very good thing here. Very good, Capricorn. I love it. All right, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Aquarius. So this is Aquarius Ascendant or Aquarius Moon. And we're not looking from the sun today. We're not looking from the sun because the sun is being eclipsed out. So we're just not doing that. But before I look at anyone, I just want to say hello to my Aquarius Moon people. Aquarius Moon, you're in the last phase of Sati Sati. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. You should be building up now. You should be building up strength, building up financial reserves. It's slow, it's a slow burn, but keep with it because you're in this phase of building up. You're gradually building up now. Okay, so things should start to get better. Things will definitely be better, you know, when you're released from this Feb 2028 onwards. Everything's way better. Okay, and if you're an Aquarius Moon, Feb 2028, you're really saying goodbye to 7.5 years of, you know, there would have been challenges. So you've got really good things to look forward to. Keep going. It's a hard slog, but keep building up. Gradually, little bit by little bit, it's happening. So yeah, we'll have a look at the month ahead for you guys. Month ahead, I mean, it's looking okay. There's energy here. I mean, things might be expensive this month, is a possibility. I would say look after your health as well. Look after your health. Yeah, you might be a little bit tired at times as well. So just bear that in mind. This isn't a month to overdo it or overwork or any of that. As I say, it could be expensive financially. It could be energy-wise. You might be tired as well. So don't overwork is what I would say for this month. As for the Saturn retrograde, that's happening across 26 July to 10 December. That's here in your second house. So you're gradually building up resources. You're restructuring your life so that you can welcome in more abundance. Okay, so there's a big restructuring happening so that you can bring in more abundance. That's really the big thing. You might be restructuring your diet as well, or reviewing your diet. That could be a thing here. But it's a lot of financial energy, and you're restructuring your finances. You're getting ready to welcome in bigger finances and bigger abundance. But this is a slow, gradual process. It's really going to take time. So just keep chipping away. This is that keep chipping away energy. Keep working. Keep making it happen. Solar eclipse, 12th August, Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra. That's happening here. So Ashlesha Nakshatra is toxins and poisons, and that could be being flicked up and brought to the surface by this eclipse. This could be in connection with mother. It could be in connection with her family members, her siblings, for example. Could be in connection with work people. This could be in connection with work. So something could be brought to the surface and you need to look at it. Now I would say just look at it. This isn't something you have to fix or do anything about, because the next eclipse is going to fix this or heal it. Will it? Won't it? This is something we have to observe. I'm going to be observing this. And this is your healing happening here. Oh, wow. Aquarius, you're getting a life healing. Oh, this is a big one. This is your healing. This is quite huge. Wow. Something in your life is going to heal. It's to do with you. It's to do with your whole life. There's a new you. I'm telling you, there's a new you. There's a brand new you that is emerging. You're not going to be the same. Like, in such a good way, right? So when I say you're not going to be the same, I mean, I'm saying that you're going to be more you than you've ever been. You're going to be more you. There's more room to be you. And those old little things that were cluttering the way, they're going to be just, they might shrink because your you-ness is expanding. Okay? You're free. There's something you're going to be free of. This is a full moon lunar eclipse. You are completing something. You're healing it. The circle is closing. That's it now. It's like you're done with that, whatever that is. And for all of you, it's going to be something different. But it's to do with you. This is a big one. This is a big healing here. Wow. You're going to be more you than you've ever been. It's going to feel really good. And you're Aquarius, so you're an original. You're unique. Yeah. There's no one else out there like you. So you're going to be more you. That's amazing. That's a big one, Aquarius. You're getting a big healing here. So you can do this consciously. You can think about, what are all the things I'd like to say goodbye to? And write them down, draw a circle around it, and tear up the piece of paper. Consider it done. These eclipses will do the heavy lifting. It'll be done. Yeah, something ending. Well done, Aquarius, yeah. It's been a long, hard slog for you. Yeah. All right. Well, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining. And we're now going to welcome Pisces. Pisces, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Pisces Ascendant or Pisces Moon. As per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology, we are not looking at the sun. The sun is being eclipsed out, so we're not going to bother with the sun. Just look at 2 this time. Let's have a look here. What have you got going on? What have you got going on for the month ahead? You could be quite active. You could be restless at home. You could be at home, but you could be just feeling a bit, I need to get out. You know, you're restless. You're at home, but maybe you have to be at home, but you're restless. You want to go out. See if you can. See if you can have a day trip. See if you can go somewhere. See if you can. You got Rahu in the 12th. See if you can have a holiday or a break somewhere or something like that. That would be amazing. What else is going on here? Yeah. Okay. Relationships are not. So this is challenging. Relationships are challenging here. And look, it's really just a month sort of left, although a little bit longer, yeah. No, and then relationship picks up and improves, say for example, maybe October onwards, I would guess. It'll take Venus to get there. I'll just check it out. Let's have a look. Oh, I should be chatting with the Pisces moon people too. I will do that. Let's have a look at... When is relationship side of things going to be better for you? I want to put Venus in Scorpio. That's going to do it. Oh, there's a retrograde. Oh, that's a while. Oh, I see. All right. So we're talking Venus is going to get there into Scorpio at about sort of early Jan 2027. Oh, that's a surprise. Yeah, Venus is going to do a retrograde. Cool. How did I miss that? I did. Okay. When is that happening? You're getting a preview. It's October. Yeah, that's October. Venus retrograde. Wow. So that's going to be happening for you sort of here. You know, that's not too bad. It's just that it's in Libra, which that could be better. This is, okay. When Venus steps into Libra, that is slightly better relationship energy. It's not as, like what you have now is not good for a relationship. Yeah, so that's early September. Early September, 2nd September, Venus steps into here and relationships will improve a little bit, you know, and then really improve when Venus goes into Scorpio for you. Okay, so relationship cosmic weather is getting better, but it's just, August is just a little bit of tension here. We've got you restless at home possibly. Let's have a look what's happening here in the 5th. This is actually quite nice. So maybe you are getting time to expand your life. Maybe you are getting time to be creative. Maybe you are, you know, finances should all be quite good. Finances should be expanding. For the month, I mean, for the month ahead, it looks pretty good. There's just a bit of restless energy, and relationship energy is just a bit not ideal. If we have a look at this big movement here, Saturn retrograde, 26 July to 10 December. So that's happening across your ascendant. Wow. And my Pisces moon people, how are you doing? How are you? Okay, Pisces moon, you guys are in the, that's tough. You're in the tough zone. And it'll still be tough, Pisces moon, until, say, for example, you know, you'll start to feel a little bit of relief June 2027 onwards, and then Feb 2028 onwards, a lot more relief. It'll get better. Right now, if things are really difficult, just find solace in your work. And if not your work, then the daily grind. You know, the chop wood and carry water. Like today, I was just folding my clothes to put back into my cupboard. And I was just thinking about how I like being a householder. I like those tasks. I like folding the clothes. I like to vacuum. I like to iron the shirts. Like I like the... Yeah, I actually like this daily grind thing. Maybe I've trained myself to like this stuff because of the astrology, but yeah, no, the astrology has helped me a lot. It's helped me to like the small stuff. I like the small stuff. Yeah. When I've spoken to my Sati clients on the Zoom, live Zoom, when I get to chat with people, I've found that yeah, a lot of you find your solace in the daily grind. There's something about the daily grind that you can count on that becomes your solace. There's a solidity or a stability in there. And sometimes solidity and stability can be oppressive, and we don't like it because we want change, because we're tired of Groundhog Day. But sometimes it can be such an asset. It can be such a good thing. So yeah, there's something maybe about you finding that across this period of time. You could be structuring your life so that you have more time. Let me have a look at your aspects here. This is quite work focused as well. So you might be structuring your life, or rather something might be being restructured at work. Something might be being restructured at work. You might be restructuring your life so you can be more social, or that you can be with others more, or maybe you're being tested socially and in your relationship. Yeah, you're being tested in relationship. Yeah. And possibly with friends too. Yeah, that is a thing. So you might be being tested in relationships quite a bit across the board. There could also be restructuring happening in relationships, where things are just being restructured. And that's just how that is. And sometimes it's not personal, or that's just something that's happening. So it could be like that, where things are being restructured in your life. Let's have a look at solar eclipse. Also, it could be work-related projects, international activity or travel could be being restructured at this time as well. So there's a lot that could be being restructured. I mean, Saturn is retrograding in your sign, so this is to do with your whole life. So there could be some restructuring happening in your life in general. It could be quite big. Solar eclipse is happening 12th August, Cancer, Ashlesha Nakshatra. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so this could be with Ashlesha Nakshatra. We've got poisons and toxins, and those could be being lifted up and brought to the surface due to the eclipse. So this could be in the area of your relationships. This could be in your romantic life. This could be in your heart. It's like some toxins are being brought to the surface. And what I would say here is just look at it. Don't judge it. Don't stuff it down. Don't suppress it. Don't deny it. Don't just look at it. Just go, hey, wow. Yeah, that's me. That's my stuff. Look at it. Just look. Because the healing will happen. It'll happen here on the 28th of August. Aquarius, Satta Bishak Nakshatra. It's going to be a healing. This is big. Oh, wow. This is a big, beautiful one for you. Right. Okay. That's huge. You're getting a healing. And that's a spiritual healing. Is coming. Something is just going to heal. And there's going to be a new you. When you step forward after this day, there's a new you. You're renewed. There's something very different about you. You're new. You're more you, for sure. You're more integrated. You're more whole. You completed something. There's a massive completion. And it's right here. You don't have to wait for it. It's right here. How fantastic. This is really, really good. Really good energy, Pisces. It's a big healing. It's a spiritual healing. So what I like about this eclipse set is that it's like something gets brought up, and then we just a couple of weeks, something gets a massive healing. It's so good. I'm kind of glad with how these eclipses are paired together like this across just this 1 month. And then that's that. I'm going to hit stop here. That is that, in terms of the eclipses, we've done it, because we had the eclipses Feb-March. Those were very transformative for me, massively so. It made me stop. I stopped uploading to Patreon. That was a big thing because I was really enjoying uploading there, but I stopped that because I was guided to. But hopefully I'll get back on there. I don't know when I'll be back on there uploading more, but I'll let everyone know when that is, if that is. So yeah, a lot of things I'm still figuring out. But yeah, I mean, for you, this could be a big eclipse set here. For me, that Feb-March one, that was huge for me. I have a feeling this one, I don't know, this one could be big for me too. Sometimes, when I look back over the last few years, the eclipses haven't been too groundbreaking for me. Sometimes on the eclipse days, like I have had headaches and things like that. But yeah, now I'm doing the Johnny Sarno work and I'm kind of going, oh, maybe this was self-created. So I'm reading that book, Johnny Sarno, Healing Back Pain. I'll put the video on the screen. I'm watching his video, and that you can all just watch that for free. You don't have to get the book. This video is as good as the book. In fact, in some instances, in some ways, it's better. So yeah, so I've had, like, on the eclipse days, I've had like headaches and things like that. But it's like now I'm doing the Johnny Sarno work and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I didn't have to have any headaches on those eclipse days. Isn't that interesting? But I haven't had any like big life-altering things happen on eclipses over the last few years. They've been kind of the same for me. But yeah, the last set was, I had some life-changing things there. But anyway, this set, I'll see what it is for me. You see what it is for you. You can let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video. It's kind of overcast day today here. It's very hot. My hair is like probably turning into a frizz ball. I'm just like, it's super hot. I'm really sweating. It's like that in the summertime here. Very nice in winter though. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next time.